It's just British incompetence. So I called customer services again. It was an even longer call this time. They couldn't really tell me anything. They couldn't tell me where the parcel was. They don't seem to be able to tell you anything that you don't already know, and often tell you things that you know aren't true. Customer service had told me it had left the UK. I think the worst may have happened. I think it may have been lost or stolen. It's not what I wanted for this guitar. Hello everyone, thanks for joining us. Welcome to the Guitaristas. So today, something quite different to my usual cheery output. Today, I'm going to tell you a story. It's a true story of something that happened. In fact, it's still happening, which is why I've decided to share my experience with you lot. As a cautionary tale, I suppose. If you're selling a guitar and thinking of shipping it with UPS, here's some stuff that I've recently been through. And it's time to tell the story, really, because I'm a little bit fed up with it now. So yeah, I'm not sure what this is going to be. It might be half an hour or so of me whinging. I'll try and lighten it up. I'll try and make it look colourful, but yeah, it's a story that needs to be told. So this is the story about how UPS lost my Les Paul R8 and still want to charge me for the shipping. This is what happened. So yeah, the story started in July, basically. I made a film called Les Paul Sale. There's the link. There's the thumbnail. I'll put the link in the description box, okay? So you can check that out later. But basically, I found myself with 10 Les Pauls, and I made a brave decision. I was going to cull the collection. I was going to sell 5 of those. So that film basically, is going through a process, looking at all those guitars, listening to them, and then deciding at the end which 5 I was going to sell. 3 of them, quite easy decisions, not because I didn't like them. I just, I like to, if I'm not using a guitar, it needs to go to a better home. The final 2 in that film, it was a tough choice. There were 2 Gibsons, the Les Paul Standard and the Gibson Les Paul Custom Standard Historic. 2 in the firing line. One of them had to go because I'd promised. So I'll just show you a little clip of that end bit and what I decided. This cost £3,799. Interest-free credit, impulse purchase. I know they sell for more than that now. I don't know how much I would get for this now. I'd lose money on it. Absolutely, definitely lose money on it. Hopefully not too much, but I'd probably lose 500 quid or more on it. But still, that money, I could buy a lot of SGs with that, couldn't I? This is not an easy decision. I'm really a bit torn. I don't want to sell either of those, truth be told. Which will I sell? Gibson R8. Is this the pinnacle of Les Paul ownership for the Guitaraddict? Gibson Les Paul Standard. I mean, in many ways, that's all the R8 was based on anyway, a Les Paul Standard that was made in 1958. What's the difference? Okay, I've decided, I've made a decision. I don't want to sell either of them, honestly, but I've said I would. So one of them's being listed on Reverb as I'm speaking. Okay, so if you're interested in owning one of those or any of the other 4, The link to my reverb.com shop is in the description box. So go and check it out. So yeah, there you go. At the end of that, I teased you all a little bit. I didn't actually say which one I was going to list. But here's what I decided. There you go. The Gibson Les Paul Standard Historic R8 2016 for sale by the Guitaristas. £3,495 plus shipping. So yeah, I'd made my decision. That listing went live on the 29th of July. That's when the story starts, I suppose, 29th of July. I had quite a lot of interest in that. I had quite a few messages from people. You know, a couple of cheeky offers, which were a bit lowball. And then on the 6th of August, so what, a week later, I got this offer. Hi man, guitar looks beautiful, blah, blah, blah. You make even the vintage brand guitar sound amazing. Oh, bless you. That's buttered me up, hasn't it, already? Can you send the guitar to Israel in a less expensive way? Wow. Thank you very much. That's from Hen in Israel. So, yeah, I'm not keen to ship abroad, really. I've never done it. I've never done it before. But he sounds like a nice guy. He said my playing's good, so let's see what we can do. So going back to him straight away, thanks for offer. It's not unreasonable, is it? It's not really. You know, you get people lowballing you with like, oh, $2,000. Nah, you're right. Anyway, I've said, let me check the actual shipping costs and blah, blah, blah. So I asked him for his address, which he provided. That's a good sign. That's a good sign. If someone then replies, because you do get people on, well, eBay and Reverb and stuff, you know, make you an offer and then you never hear from them again. Anyway, he's back at me straight away, so he's obviously serious. So I got a quote. Now, I'll read this. I said, hi, Hen. I got a quote from UPS, who are my preferred shipping agent. And to send fully insured, I said it would cost you a whopping £350, English pounds. So it's about $400 odd. So I'm trying to put him off already. I said I'm not keen to look at cheaper options as it's a valuable guitar and I'm concerned about international shipping. I'm saying, look, maybe there's an option where you can arrange to collect it, you know, and take on the responsibility. Okay, see what he says. He's back at me, you know, pretty much straight away. Thanks for checking. Let's go with it. He says, let's go with it. It's a guitar of a lifetime. So just hope to get it safe. Wow. He really wants this guitar. So how do we proceed? Okay, cool. If you're happy with that, we'll work out a deal and I'll send a counter offer. And I'm saying, I'm trying to put him off again now. I'm not sure I want to sell this guitar still, really. Anyway, I'm saying make sure you're happy and you understand the other taxes and import duties before you accept my offer, because I'm aware there are going to be costs. Blah, 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 about packing. If you accept the offer, blah, 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 I can get it shipped, blah, 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 blah. Okay, cheers, mate, counter offer on the way. So here's my counter offer. $3,150 plus $350 shipping, which is the quote that I got, which I think's okay. I think that's fair. I want it to go to a good home. He sounds like this is going to go to a good home. So there's my offer. Here you go. I'm saying if this works for you, you will be the new owner. So in a heartbeat, Hen accepts that offer and pays me immediately. It doesn't get better than that, does it? So yeah, I message him back. You're a star. Well, you are, mate. Thanks for making this easy. I'll pack it up, blah, blah, blah. Tracking number to follow. There you go. Congratulations. You own an R8. I've sold my R8. Yeah, call me crazy, but I sold it. So I set about packaging it up and getting it booked in for UPS to collect it the following Monday. So, okay, it started to go south a little bit fairly quickly when I entered in, when I packaged it all up and, you know, measured it and put in all the final dimensions. The box was bigger than the one that I used to get the quote. In the final analysis, these are the costs. Additional handling, £8.70. Remember that comes back to haunt us. Insurance, £30.50. Surcharge, £7.70. Shipping, £410. And direct delivery, £2.15. An extra £2.15 so that they deliver it direct to the actual customer that you're shipping it to. Total £459.05. Okay, so 110 quid more than I quoted. That's my fault. You know, I should have paid more attention. I'm not going to even try and pass that on to Hen. So yeah, I'll stomach that. Okay, label created. 4:03 p.m. on the 6th of August. 25 minutes later, I get a message from Hen on Reverb. Did you really ship it already? I'm saying, yeah, it's booked and packed up. They collect it Monday. Should be with you by Thursday. So UPS collect it at 3 o'clock on Monday as scheduled. I was very careful to make sure all the paperwork was attached correctly. Commercial invoices, I think there was triplicate, 2 stuck to the box, 1 I give to the driver, all the labels, all good to go. Photographed, I'm happy, it's on its way. Your parcel is on the way. So next morning I get a missed call on my mobile and then this email from Katie, export at UPS. She says, can you provide me with a copy of the invoice so that she can process the shipment? Oh, okay. That was attached and I gave it to the driver to scan. That's what he's meant to do. So yeah, I do. Thanks for reaching out. Here's the invoice. Katie replies at 11:30 on Tuesday the 9th. Thanks for the email. I've now passed on the shipment to be processed for customs clearance. So this is where it starts to go wrong. Wednesday the 10th, 7:03 a.m. I get this message from Hen on Reverb. He's just spoken to UPS and they're telling him the package is still in the UK and they're trying to reach me to get some missing documents so that they can ship it. Okay, I'm going to look into this. I tell him, no, it's fine. I spoke to them yesterday. It's all good. I'm firing off an email to Katie saying, can you confirm the package cleared customs? Being told there's a delivery exception. Is there a delay? Anything you need from me? She gets back to me straight away, saying, no, I can confirm the shipment's been processed for customs and is being exported to the customer. And is being exported. Okay. All good. Parcel's on the way. So I replied to Hen saying, no, it's okay. I checked. All good. All on the way. Looks like you'll get the parcel tomorrow. Within half an hour, he replies with a message from UPS in Israel. The package will be held until all packages associated with this shipment have arrived. Katie, can you tell me what this means, please? She says, can you confirm there's only one package in this shipment? If that's the case, you need to call customer services. Okay. So as much as I wasn't looking forward to that, I did invest a little bit of time in calling UPS customer services. Now, it took a while. It took a while to get through and get hold of the right person, and they couldn't really tell me anything. They couldn't tell me where the parcel was. All they could say was, it looks like there's some missing documents. So that was the best answer I was going to get. So I reach out to Katie again. I know she gives me straight answers. I say I've spoken to customer services and they say it looks like they're missing documents. They can't tell me what they are and say someone from customs will contact me. Can you help? She can't help. She confirms that the invoice is on the internal system. It's all good. She doesn't know what information they want. If customer services are no help, she suggests I just wait for that call that I'm meant to be getting from customs. She's sorry. She can't help, unfortunately. Okay, fair enough. I'll move on. I'll stop bugging you, Katie. So I called customer services again. It was an even longer call this time. It's quite a frustrating experience. My experience with UPS customer services, this is the second time I've been onto them, incidentally. They don't seem to be able to tell you anything that you don't already know, and often tell you things that you know aren't true. So it's difficult. It's very difficult to believe what they're saying. However, I messaged Hen and I said, well, I've just spoken to them again, and yeah, you've been right, but it now has left the UK. Customer services told me it had left the UK and it's in transit to Israel. So, let's just sleep on it. Tomorrow, it'll all be fine. So it's now Thursday. Should be delivered today. 10:23 in the morning, I get a message from Hen. Quite polite, but he's getting a bit antsy. He's been in touch with UPS and he says, I just asked them for an update. He says, UK are making a joke of us. They didn't send it. Very poor quality work from their side. I'm saying, no, it's in transit, Hen. Please be patient. But I'll check again to make sure. So I checked the tracking, Thursday 11th, 8:15 in the morning, 2 entries. We've incorrectly sorted this package, which may cause a delay. That's Stansted. And then your parcel is on the way. Okay, so it's on the way. It's okay, it's on the way, Hen. Now, I'm having to apologise now to Hen because I spoke to UPS customer services and they told me it was on the way, it was in the air. They lied to me, so I'm sorry. I have to say, sorry, Hen. UPS lied to me, but I can see it's on its way now. Sorry, mate. It's just British incompetence. It'll get to you tomorrow. He's just, he's saying thanks. He's cool. He's not, he's not losing it anyway at this point. So anyway, I invest another hour or so in a call to customer services, which is now my least favourite things to ever do. And as usual, they just don't really tell you anything at all. But what they did tell me is that appears to have been incorrectly sorted. Well, we know that. We knew that before they did, before they had to look it up. It's still at Stansted, but it will be on the next flight. But they couldn't tell me when that was likely to be. They were very vague on that point. They couldn't say, oh, tonight or tomorrow. Didn't add up. but there's nothing I could do. There's no, you can't get blood from a stone, I think is the word. There was no further information coming from them. But I spoke to them about refund the shipping costs at that time, and they said, yeah, of course you'll get a refund. So let's just sit tight, see what happens. So Saturday morning, there's no news still. There's no more movement. So I've emailed Hen just to say, I think the worst may have happened. I think it may have been lost or stolen, or on a long flight to nowhere. Let's give it till Monday, see if it turns up. If not, we need to start claiming a refund, I suppose. Hen replies, it's sinking in with him as well now. It's not looking good, is it? He says, I understand it's going to be a long and angry journey. I'm waiting and hoping for updates. Yep, that's all we can do. 2:36 p.m. on Saturday, I get a message from Hen on Reverb. Bad news, look at your email. He's got this message from UPS. He says, that's it. Hope lost. It's going to be a hard week. They tell him, we're sorry that the parcel was not received as expected. Unfortunately, reviewing your information can confirm that the parcel would be considered lost because it does not have scans since the 11th of August. Last scan reflected was in the UK. The process in this case would be that you can please contact your shipper to report this issue so they can start an investigation process for the parcel. Our sincere apologies for the inconvenience this may have caused. That's from Mary, UPS in Israel. And quite rightly says, Hen, at least a straight answer. UPS have lost my R8. I can't believe it. So I go online and report it as lost or stolen. And I confirm that with Hen in this email. I said, I've started a claim with UPS and I'll refund you what you paid me on Monday so you're not out of pocket. Hoping it turns up before then. I say actually half hoping it turns up before then because I don't think I'm at this stage think it's going to. I think it's been stolen. And he replies, he says, yeah, I mean, we're talking about the tax duty. I was worried about, him getting that back, but he's cool with that. And yeah, he says, yeah, such a bummer. I so wanted the guitar to arrive. Even though the money is safe and there is insurance, it's such a shitty situation. Yeah, it is such a shitty situation. He says, I wish they find her, but I'm not a real believer. Yeah. So the investigation's launched on Saturday the 13th, and I'm told they'll keep in touch and let me know of progress. A few days go by. I hear nothing. So I reach out to Hen again, just to keep in touch. Still hoping it'll turn up. We know they're looking. I'm still worried about the tax duty that he's, maybe paid. And say, I'm gutted. This is just not what I wanted for this guitar. It's not what I wanted for this guitar. Hen replies, it was a sad weekend and still going. Was so happy to have found this beautiful guitar, and this is just damn bad luck. Happy we're insured, but so bummed about losing this guitar. It's such a beautiful guitar. Really killed my spirit, he says. Hen's been really cool about this, and we've really bonded over this shared experience. Not a pleasant experience, but it's obviously something we both feel a real attachment to this guitar. I'm thinking about, you know, I need to refund him now. I've got his money in my bank. I still hope it has a happy ending. I refund his money and we're messaging on the 17th. He says, you got that? Thanks for the refund. Feel so bummed about it. Yeah, I do. It's a nightmare, to be honest. The only good outcome is if they find it in one piece. No insurance money is going to compensate for the loss of this guitar. And I say here, I hate to think of some thief playing it. Let's see what happens. I've still got optimism, you see. Thursday the 18th of August, 10 days after I last saw the guitar, I got this email from Henny, got this random in transit notification from UPS. He says, I hoped it was something, but I know it's nothing. Just me hoping they find it. And then these messages on Reverb from Hen. He's had another message from UPS. Is something happening? I'm not aware of any changes. What's going on? What's this? Estimated delivery Monday 22nd of August by end of day. Have they found it? He doesn't believe it. Are they messing with me? Is there hope? Okay, it seems a bit strange. I mean, it might be something. There's always hope. And clearly, clearly UPS have no clue where it is. So let's see. With a bit of luck, it'll turn up. Now there's some scans on the tracking. It's looking promising. There's some scans on the tracking. Now, this is interesting. 18th of August, departed from Stanford Le Hope. Okay. Looks like they might have found it at Stanford Le Hope. Arrived at Stansted. We're sorry, this parcel has experienced a sortation delay. The parcel's been rerouted to the correct destination. 18th of August. There's hope. I'm saying it looks like a miracle. Hen's pumped. Can't wait till Monday. So Friday the 19th, another email from Hen. You know, he's across the updates now. The parcel's moving. It's moving through Germany to Israel. It's on the way. It's on the way. And we're just both hoping it's in one piece. I mean, this has been kicking around in UPS depots for 10 days. You know, I don't know. He says, damn, it's such a hard journey. Let's hope it will have a happy end. Never excited for Monday to come as I am now. This is what guitars do to us, guys. Sunday the 21st, message on Reverb. Mail! It's only fucking arrived, isn't it? Hen was so excited he's ripped open the box in the middle of the street. He's just taken it up and ripped open the box. Here it is. He says, open it in the middle of the street. Man, she's gorgeous and looks okay. I'm so happy, man. Me too. Me too. And he ends there. What do you want to do with UPS? And I will transfer you the money. Good question. What do I want to do with UPS? To be continued. So yeah, the story does continue, unfortunately. I'm going to wrap it up fairly quickly now because I think there's a part two. it's an ongoing saga. The important thing at this point is the guitar was found and finally delivered to a delighted new owner in Israel. And I couldn't have hoped for a more honest and more reasonable person to be dealing with, to be honest with you. UPS left me exposed there without a guitar or the money for it, despite the fact that I'd told customer services after I'd made the claim that, well, I'd asked them what would happen if they found it, because, you know, I'd refunded the buyer, and they said, well, we'll contact you and find out what you want us to do. Well, they didn't do that. They just delivered it. But fortunately, yeah, hen, honest as the day's long, is the saying, and said, what do you want me to do? Obviously, neither of us expected to be paying for the shipping at that point. So I told him to just, you know, transfer me the net cost of the guitar, which he did straight away. Happy days. You know, it's been an ordeal for both of us, but, you know, end result is what we wanted. We'll put it behind us. What I didn't say, on the 17th of August, while the guitar was still missing in action, I had received an invoice from UPS for the shipping. Obviously, I sent them an email straight away, explained what was happening at that point, and just politely asked them to send me a credit note for that, because we wouldn't be paying for it, basically. I didn't get a response from that. I've got an account with UPS, 14-day invoices, and then they deduct the money from my bank. I followed it up, didn't get a reply, and I was aware that the direct debit was due, so I cancelled it, you know, a few days prior to that. And just waited to hear from them, really. So I didn't hear from them for about a month. I saw that they tried to claim the payment several times. Then eventually I got a very brief email asking me to explain the stopped payment, which I did. And that started quite a lot of email back and forth with various departments within UPS. I'll wrap it up quickly because there's a part two. There might be a part two. Let's see what happens. But we don't expect to pay for this. They have a service guarantee. It says it's well publicised. If a package is delivered late, they don't charge you. So I'm not paying for it, basically. But they're trying to wriggle out of it. They're trying to wriggle out of it. This most interesting one was the 11th of November, this came through. They're trying to blame customs for it. They're saying, I understand the package was sorted incorrectly. However, the initial cause was due to customs clearance. It's utter bollocks. It's utter bollocks. And I told them that, and I pointed out that they just admitted that it was sorted incorrectly. Not that we didn't know that, because it's all over all the tracking information. So anyway, loads of emails, and then this subject of additional handling charge raised its unpalatable head. I was going to say ugly. It's quite unpalatable. What's additional handling charge? That's an extra, what was it, £8.70 that I paid because the box is a certain size, so presumably so the operators don't hurt their backs. I don't know. £8.70. Apparently, if you pay an additional handling charge, well, okay, I'll show you the small print, basically. I'm saying, well, what are you talking about? Additional handling charge? What's that going to do anything? Well, finally, I got the answer. Finally, I got this small print, additional handling charge. Blah, blah, blah. It explains what it is. And then it says, in consideration of the additional handling required on our part and subsequent potential delays in processing these shipments, UPS does not provide a money-back guarantee for them. So there's your warning. If it is delayed, you can't expect a refund. I'm told we were lucky that it wasn't lost, because I'm told by people that ship guitars regularly, if it is lost and you try and claim the insurance, it's an absolute nightmare. And I can believe that. if this experience is anything to go by. It takes months and months, apparently. I don't know if that's true. So, guys, let me know what your experience with UPS is if you shipped guitars. I know it's not always like this. I've had at least half a dozen guitars, no problem at all. Collected, delivered next day, job done. I've had a couple that, you know, were a bit fussy, but you expect that with couriers. But what you don't expect is for someone to lose your guitar. Still the dream away from, you know, we were both heavily invested in this guitar emotionally. It took me a long time to decide to sell it. I was very anxious about sending it abroad, but I found a buyer that really wanted that guitar. He'd watched it on the channel and he'd fallen in love with it, and he was so excited, and that was that was taken away. The spirit was destroyed, wasn't it? But happy ending, happy ending. We're not fucking paying for it, are we? Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think. Let me know what your experience is in the comments. I'm back next. I don't think it'll be part 2 next week. I might make a part 2. I haven't paid them. I'm not going to pay them. We'll see what happens. There might be a part 2. Let me know if you want a part 2, because there's quite a lot of correspondence with UPS in the last 2 months since it was found. Anyway, that's it. I'm wrapping it up. Thanks for watching. See you next week. Same time, same place. Ta-ra for now. You look at it and you go, well, it's a work of art. You've got to own something like this, you know. It's as close as you're going to get to the Holy Grail. Some people's Holy Grail. I don't know if it's my Holy Grail.